In 2012, I wrote a book called The Public's Health, about the evolution of health and disease in Arkansas over the last 200 years. And while we were in the process of writing it, it occurred to me that there are an awful lot of healthcare workers, not just physicians. I'm talking about physicians, but not just physicians, but now, as you all know, nurses, physical therapists, respiratory therapists, administrators even sometimes, okay, who labor away in relative obscurity, known only to their patients and to a few colleagues. And so my wife and I and a friend of ours created the Arkansas Physicians Oral History Project to go out into small towns of 2,500 to 5,000, and interview some of these guys. Obviously we couldn't interview all, but we ended up interviewing about 60. Who were the first country doctors of Arkansas? Well, we have it on pretty good authority now that there were human beings wandering this place we call Arkansas at 8,500 BCE, 10,500 years ago, on a high bank on the Cache River west of Jonesboro, okay, known as the Sloan site. And there are burials there. And we know that over a series of millennia, and I don't mean 100 years, I mean millennia, thousands of years, these people developed pharmacopoeias, that is, a series of drugs and things that they could do when people got hurt or they got injured or they had a difficult birth. And that was going on when the Europeans got here. Okay. There are characteristics of country doctors, and somebody argue and say, well, this is all doctors, but it's not necessarily true. I know it's true of country doctors. The people in small towns and countryside trust their doctor. They trust them to do the right thing, and they trust them to be there when they're needed. This fellow, and I'll talk about him again later, is a guy named John William Morris from McCrory, Arkansas. He was born in White County in 1870. He died in McCrory in 1974. He practiced medicine until he was 102. Okay? On his 100th birthday, Dr. Morris, the town of McCrory, gave him a birthday party. Oh, excuse me. I got to go to the microphone. The town gave him a birthday party, okay? And on his 100th birthday, and he went back to his office and saw 29 patients after the party. Okay? Country doctors may or may not be wise, okay? I can say that because I'm one of them, okay? But the people who live in the towns think of them as some of the smartest, wisest people they ever met, okay? And they think of them in terms of their wisdom has to do with they don't have all the equipment that all these other people do. But they can make decisions and they can help. They know when I need to go somewhere else and get taken care of. This is one of the reasons that suits against country doctors are uncommon. Are we going to have country doctors in the future? And the answer is yes. The answer is absolutely no question about it. We're going to have country doctors in the future, as long as there are people in the country. Because these people are born and raised there, they want to go back there. Now, they may have different initials behind their name. They may not be an MD. They may be DO. They may be APN or nurse practitioner. They may be a physician's assistant. But as long as there are people there, just like those folks 10,500 years ago, as long as there are people there, they're going to be people. They're going to be country doctors. Trust me, they are. They're going to be there, and because they want to be there. Because they want to be there.